My leadership journey, standing here today, is something I once could not imagine. Like many of my classmates, I started this journey with excitement, but also uncertainty. Going back to school while balancing work, family responsibilities, and everyday life was not always easy. There were days where I questioned whether I had enough time, enough energy, or enough confidence to make it to graduation. Looking back now, I realize that earning this degree is about much more than just a diploma. It represents resilience, growth, and discovering the leader I have become. To my classmates, faculty, friends, and family, thank you for believing in me and encouraging me through every challenge. Today, we celebrate more than academic success. We celebrate every late night, every obstacle we overcame, every assignment that felt impossible, and every lesson that shaped us into stronger people. One of the most valuable lessons I learned began in my very first course, time management. At first, I believed time management simply meant making a schedule. I quickly realized it meant something much deeper. It required discipline, self-awareness, and learning how to prioritize what truly mattered. Like many students, I balanced coursework along with work and personal responsibilities. Some days I worked long shifts while still needing to complete assignments before deadlines. There were moments where it felt easier to give up or push things aside, trust me. And instead, I learned to organize my week, plan ahead, and create routines that helped me stay focused. Professionally, these skills made me more dependable and productive. Personally, they gave me confidence that I could handle difficult situations without becoming overwhelmed. Time management was never about having more hours in the day. It was about making intentional choices with the hours I already had. That lesson has become something I will carry with me long after graduation. As the program continued, I began learning about leadership. Before taking these classes, I thought leadership was mostly about being in charge or having authority. Throughout this course, my perspective completely changed. I discovered leadership begins with relationships. It's not about titles or positions, it's about serving others, creating trust, and helping people become their best selves. Leadership can happen in a classroom, at work, within a family, or even during a simple conversation with someone who needs encouragement. This realization connected deeply with my own values. Throughout my life, I've always enjoyed bringing people together, whether I was working in marketing, helping customers through social media, working with children, or creating community events. I found that my greatest strength was making people welcome and valued. And this course reminded me about those qualities and how they're not small. Another important lesson involved influence. I learned that influence is different from authority. Someone can have a leadership position without truly influencing others, while another person without any formal title can inspire incredible change. This lesson encouraged me to think differently about how I interact with people every day. Influence begins with listening before speaking. It means understanding another's perspective instead of immediately trying to change it. It means leading through empathy rather than control. I realized that the people who influenced me the most, never demanded respect. Instead, they earned it through kindness, consistency, and genuine care for others. That is the type of leader I hope to become. As we explored different leadership styles, I also discovered more about myself. I found that my natural leadership style focuses on relationships and creativity and collaboration. I enjoy encouraging others, bringing people together, and helping people recognize their own strengths. This leadership style has benefited me as both a student and a professional. It has allowed me to build meaningful relationships with coworkers, customers, classmates, and friends. It has also taught me that leadership does not require perfection. Good leaders continue to learn and adapt and grow throughout their lives. Of course, leadership styles has challenges. Because I care deeply about people, I sometimes take on too much or struggle to say no. I'm a people pleaser. And this course reminded me that effective leaders, but also establish healthy boundaries and make difficult decisions when necessary. Leadership requires both compassion and compatibility. One of the most meaningful topics we studied was ethical communication. In today's world, communication happens constantly through conversations, emails, social media, and technology. Words have incredible power. They can build trust or destroy it. They can inspire confidence or create division. This course challenged me to become more intentional with the way I communicate. Ethical communication means speaking honestly, listening respectfully, and considering how our words affect others. It also means admitting mistakes and taking responsibility when we are wrong. As someone who enjoys marketing, storytelling, and creating online communities, this lesson felt especially important. I want the work I create to bring people together instead of dividing them. Whether I am communicating with coworkers, customers, or future team members, I want my words to reflect integrity, empathy, and authenticity. Looking back, I realized that this program taught me much more than leadership theories. It helped me better understand myself. I learned that resilience grows through challenges. I learned that asking for help is not weakness. I learned that success is rarely achieved alone. Most importantly, I learned that leadership starts with how we treat people. None of us arrived here without support. I want to thank my professors for believing in our potential and challenging us to think critically. I want to thank my classmates for reminding me that everyone is facing battles we cannot always see. Your encouragement, discussions, and shared experiences made this journey meaningful. To my family and friends, thank you for celebrating the victories while also encouraging me through difficult moments. Your patience, love, and belief in me made this accomplishment possible. As I look toward the future, I know that graduation is not the finish line. It is the beginning of a new chapter. I hope to continue building a career centered around creativity, marketing, and community. I want to help businesses tell authentic stories, connect with people in meaningful ways, and create spaces where individuals feel welcomed and valued. More importantly, I want every opportunity I pursue to make someone's life a little brighter. I do not measure success only by promotions, accomplishments, or financial achievements. I measure success by the relationships I build, the kindness I show, and the positive impact I leave behind. If there is one message I hope everyone takes away today, it's that leadership is not reserved for extraordinary people. Leadership belongs to ordinary people who choose to care. It belongs to people who choose integrity over convenience. It belongs to people who choose compassion over judgment. It belongs to people who choose courage even when they're afraid. As the graduates of CSU Global, we now have the opportunity to influence our families, workplaces, and communities. We have the education now, the knowledge, and the responsibility to make a positive difference. Today we leave as graduates, but tomorrow we begin something even more important. We begin leading. Congratulations, class of 2026. May we never stop learning, never stop growing, and never stop choosing to lead with purpose, courage, and heart.